Right, hello and welcome to this gameplay guide review for Ylands. I'm using my new microphone, so hopefully you can hear me a lot better. And today's guide, tutorial, whatever, is to build a foundry. Now, it's actually not that difficult, it's quite nice and simple, but one of the problems you have to overcome is that you need to create a furnace brick, and there's no idea how to do that. But luckily, I've tripped over it accidentally, and it is actually not that bad. What you need is furnace brick. Furnace lining, there it is, and it's made from clay and sand. Nice and simple. And so you need to use the kiln, I think, this thing over here, to create them. Ah, yeah, there is furnace lining. So you need to create for a, let's see, not a forge, but it's a foundry. For a foundry, you need 20 of those linings. You also need the casting mould, but you can make that from iron with the blacksmith station that we created in the previous video. So what we will do is we will create those 20 furnace linings, and let's see, I think we need to add fuel to this. Yeah, so no fuel, so we add the fuel, so feed it, it's a hold, and then you need to light it with your flint, which is there. Lovely. And then we would need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the time consuming part. So this will count down for a minute, and every minute you get about 9 of them, or you get 9 of them. And so it's going to take a couple of minutes to do that. So rather than make you wait and watch this, I'm just going to stop the video there, and I will carry on when I've got all the bricks that I need. Okay, so having crafted our furnace linings, of which we have 20, we can now create the forge. Oh, the foundry, sorry. I keep wanting to call it a forge, I don't know why. So foundry, there we go. So as you can see, we have the clay, we have the lining, so it's going to use up pretty much all of our clay. And as per our previous video, clay has not been the easiest thing to find. On a note there, I also haven't come across saltpeter, I haven't come across sandstone either, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to get those from. But yeah, right, so let's construct that. Oh, this is fairly sizable. So can we rotate it? Okay. Oh, okay. Rotate item. I really don't know which way to put this. So Q and Z. Yeah, I guess that'll do there. Right, now let's add some fuel. Let's just see what we can make with it. Okay, barbed wire fencing. Ah, copper wire. No, that's interesting, because we needed copper wire for something else. To make the electronic devices that we can build, and all. Oh, look, there's steel. Yeah, that was what I was expecting. This kind of steel. Hang on a minute, steel. We can't make steel yet. Is there like do we have to make a steel ingot or something? Let's have a look. It says, oh, it just makes iron ingot and then the hammer. Okay, fair enough. That sounds cool. So you don't need to create steel. You just create things from iron. Blue steel block just needs coal and iron blocks. So this is for creating a really strong odds and sods for building. Industrial iron. A steel rod, steel tube. Okay, so I've got no idea what to do with that from here. Ah, propeller. Ha 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 ha. Ah, yeah. I wonder if this is because I've seen some guy in a video flying around on a gyrocopter. So he's got like a backpack with a propeller on it. I wonder if it's something to do with that. Ah, that's quite interesting. So I might actually craft one of those and see whether that gives us anything on the other stations, like the blacksmith station. Now this was used for something on the blacksmith station. Couldn't tell you what at the moment. So there's the casting mould that we needed for the other. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe it was something less. Vases. No, I'm not interested in vases or captain pants. Metal containers. Ah, Jester's hat. I'll definitely need one of those. There's so much you can craft in it. It never ceases to amaze me just how much you can craft in this game. It's like just about every type of object that every time they've added something, they've added the ability to craft it. Which is nice, because that means just about everything in the game you can craft. Ah, was that it? An energy star? Oh, that's an energy coil. That's not quite the same, is it? In fact, it's not the same at all. Yeah. I think one of the other things I'd like to do is try and construct a house, a better house, because the one that this hut that I've got is a bit twee. I think I might venture into that. Oh, there's a wooden bed. Okay, so not seeing anything obvious there, but I know there was something. Energy stove was probably it, that energy coil. But an energy workbench, a magnifying glass, a soldering iron, nails, and a plank, or 3 or 10. Hammer. So that might be worth going for. An energy bench. That might be the next thing to construct then. Does that mean I need something that's... Ah, yeah, of course my foundry hasn't been lit yet. So let's add some fuel, not eat some food. Fuel, and then lights. And, oh, smoke. I'm a pollutant. You can see all my bits and pieces that are around here. I've got some nails. Iron is not a problem. There is an abundance of iron and copper on the island. Just no sandstone, saltpeter. At some point, I really must explore that cave. Now I've dug my way in a bit. And so I need to construct a decent lamp, because I got in here, then all of a sudden it went very dark. I don't remember that being there last time. What's that? Is that sand? That wasn't like that last time I came in here. Where did all that come from? What is that? Let's dig some of that up, see what it is. Because if... No, it's just dirt. It's coloured. Okay, alright, okay, so we could be wandering around in the dark. I remember I fell down somewhere. I did manage to get back up, but... That wasn't like that last time I was in here. It's like the cave has filled up with dirt since I was last here, but you can see it's very pitch black. And so we will escape from... Where did it get all that dirt from? No, let's go up here. Right, so yeah, so torches or a proper lantern or something that provides a decent amount of light. Yeah, that's a bit weird. I don't remember that dirt being there. So did do a bit of adventuring in there before. Right, let's take that and see what that's done, if anything. So that might give us the ability to create that gyrocopter that I saw. So I don't think, let's type in gyro. No, okay. Maybe a bit more complicated than that. Let's have a quick look through the items, see if we can actually find something that vaguely looks like a backpack with a propeller on it, because that could be fun. If not, then I think crafting the energy bench is going to be our next port of call, because that looks like it could be quite interesting. An advanced repair kit. Wooden pieces, nails, any hammer, any rope. Okay. Because your items do degrade. It's worth mentioning. It's like your pickaxes and that bit's sort of have a quick look at those. That's pristine. And that's the iron pickaxe, it's worn. So you need to create a repair to repair that, basically. So let's carry on looking through. Honestly, don't know what you'd call it. I would have said it was a gyrocopter, or perhaps even a flying backpack, maybe. I'm not seeing anything. Car passenger seat. Ooh. Interesting. There's the energy bench. Dummies. Yeah, coffins. I really don't want to create any more coffins. I've got plenty of those. There's at least 4 or 5 of them sitting around my hut that I've claimed as my own. Cheers. Latrine, my old friend. Oh, what's that? A locksmith table. That's been there for a little while. A paper press. Yeah, the boat. That's the other thing. Oh, a protective energy barrier. Ah, the broken protective. I had one of those from somewhere. I've got no idea what that does, but I can craft it because I've got all the bits. Right, so let's go with that, because it's this thing down here that just there, broken protective energy barrier. Right, so let's see what happens with that. Crafting protective energy barrier. Craft. Okay. So we now have a Yasmin? What the hell? Ah, is that the name of my character? Yeah, it's the name of my character. Protective energy barrier. What the hell does that do? Is that a shield? No, it's not a shield item. Well, so I mean, in my hand. Let's see what we do with that. If anything. Nothing. Oh! Look, you can see the... Oh yeah, look at that. Ah! Now that is interesting. What we'll do then is we will put that... Oh, okay. When starting a new exploration game, you're equipped with a damaged... Oh, you get to start off with a damaged protective energy generator. Once you find a way of fixing it via crafting, you can place it in the world and you'll be able to see a line marking what will be inside the barrier when you turn it on. Once you turn on the generator for the first time, only you can operate your generator. It will anchor itself and you will not be able to move it even after disabling it. Ah, so choose your location wisely. When the generator is turned on, the barrier becomes active. Inside it, if you leave your character there when logging out, it won't receive any damage from other players or animals. Ah, you can also use any kind of hammer to instantly deconstruct man-made objects there, allowing you easily to rebuild your house, etc. Ha 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 ha. Objects that are placed into the grid by default can't be placed there by other players in any way. No objects can be directly damaged by other players. Well, that's fine by me, because let's face it, I'm not actually playing against anyone. I am just working my way through it. So multiplayer isn't really a problem for me, because I'm not playing with anybody else. Okay, but that's nice to know. Oh, let's and apparently you can pick it up, because I haven't turned it on, but now I don't need to. So let's do that, and let's just get it out of the way, because we don't need it. Let's say it floats in midair anyway, but that is useful to know. It looks like it's still casting its line anyway, look. Oh well, okay, not to worry. So, right, okay, so we have built our foundry. We've discovered some interesting new bits and pieces. I think that's a good place to stop for the time being. We will try and craft the bits and pieces we need for the electric bench, or electronics bench, not the ship helm. Oh, start with a balance. No, that's not it. What was it? It's further down, right? Pom 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 pom. Honest Gov. Oh, it's the energy workbench. We'll try crafting the bits and pieces we need for that. Nail shouldn't be a problem. Soldering iron. Okay, so let's try soldering. Soldering. Oh look, I can't create a soldering iron. So what am I going to be missing from that? NRG workbench. So soldering iron. I haven't been able to create a soldering iron yet. But magnifying glass. No, I can't create a magnifying. No. Okay. So there's a bit of work to be done there. So we can't construct the soldering iron. We can't construct a magnifying glass yet. Might need one of the other workbenches that I've seen I haven't built. So yeah, that's where we'll go from here. Okay, and so thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next review. Bye bye.